All right, today we are diving deep into the world of advanced AI assistants. We're going to look at how you can build really powerful, specialized systems using the components on the Claude platform. So if you've ever wondered what's really going on under the hood of a truly capable AI, well, you are in exactly the right place. The big question for developers right now isn't just about making an AI that can chat. It's about building one that can actually do stuff, complex multi-step tasks, and do them reliably. A single one-size-fits-all AI, it can only take you so far. So how do you really level up? Well, the answer is to kind of flip the way you think about it. You're not trying to build one giant, all-powerful robot. No, you're assembling a specialized construction crew where every single member has a very specific job. And this whole AI construction crew idea, that's the key metaphor we're going to be running with today. So every good crew needs its workers and their equipment, right? So first up, let's meet the individual members of our new AI team and check out the tools they're going to use to get the job done. Let's start with the absolute basics, tools. On the Claude platform, tools are the fundamental actions that the AI can perform. Just think of them as its hands. They're what lets the AI actually interact with the digital world. Reading files, running code, searching the web. They're literally the hammers, drills, and wrenches on our AI construction site. And what's so cool here is just how concrete these actions are. We're not talking about fuzzy, abstract concepts. We're talking about tangible abilities, like reading and writing files, searching through text with grep, or running shell commands with bash. And that last one, task, that's a special tool for calling in another worker, which, hey, brings us to our next component. So if tools are the equipment, then subagents are the specialist workers. Instead of having one AI that's a jack of all trades and master of none, you create a whole team of experts. You could have a code reviewer subagent that does nothing but focus on quality, or a test writer that just cranks out unit tests. Each one has its own unique instructions, its own memory, just like a plumber or an electrician on a real job site. Okay, so we've got our crew and we've got their tools, but how do they know how to do their jobs the right way? And how do we, the project managers, give them orders efficiently? Well, that's where skills and custom commands come into play. A skill is basically a knowledge packet. It's the blueprint, it's the training manual, it's the company's style guide, all rolled into one. It teaches the AI crew the right way to do a complex task, which ensures you get consistency and quality every single time. For example, a skill could lay out the exact steps for how to structure a quarterly report or how to properly talk to a specific database. Now, custom commands, this is your way of shouting a quick order to the whole crew. They're just user-defined shortcuts, so instead of typing out a long, detailed prompt every single time, you can create a simple command, something like /run tests, to kick off a whole complex workflow. It's the foreman's shorthand for just get it done. Now, the key difference here is all about the trigger. Custom commands are proactive. You, the user, have to start them. But what if you need automation that's reactive? Something that the system just triggers automatically when certain things happen? Well, that brings us to our next crew member. Every good construction site needs a supervisor, right? Someone making sure all the safety rules are followed and the process is on track. In our AI crew, that job is handled by hooks. Hooks are basically programmable tripwires. They give you absolute, deterministic control over the entire workflow. You can set up a hook to automatically format your code every single time a file is saved, or to run a security scan before a tool is ever used. They're the automated safety checks that make sure the rules get followed no matter what. And this is where it gets really powerful, because you can place these tripwires at very specific moments. For example, a hook can fire off right after a user submits a prompt, or maybe before or after a tool gets used, or even right when a subagent finishes its task. This gives you this incredible, fine-grained control over the whole process. Okay, let's pause here, because this is really the aha moment. This table brings it all together beautifully. You can see how each component has its own distinct job, and maybe most importantly, a different type of trigger. Tools are used by the AI, subagents can be called by the AI or by you, skills get triggered by the context, commands are user-driven, hooks are system-driven, and finally, plugins just bundle the whole shebang together. Speaking of plugins, once you've put together your perfect crew with all their tools and skills and automated rules, how do you easily move them to a new job site or share them with the rest of your team? That's exactly where plugins come in. A plugin is really just a container, a prefabricated toolkit, if you will. It bundles up all those other components, your custom subagents, your specialized skills, your automated hooks, all of it,
into one single shareable package. And this makes deploying your entire AI crew as simple as just running one install command.
All right, theory is great, but we've met the crew and we've seen all their gear. Now let's actually see them in action. How does all of this come together to create one of those seamless, automated workflows we've been talking about? So let's just imagine a developer installs a data science assistant plugin. This thing comes prepackaged with all the specialists and all the tools they're going to need for any kind of data analysis task. Okay, here's the play-by-play. First, the user gives a really simple order with a custom command, /train model. Now that command doesn't just go to some generic AI. It delegates the job to the specialist, the data analyst subagent. That subagent then uses its specific Python tools and its model training skills to do all the heavy lifting. And then finally, once it's done, a hook automatically fires, triggering a completely different command to generate a summary report. And what's the result? One single, seamless workflow. A single command from you, the user, triggers an entire team of AI specialists to collaborate and deliver a pretty complex result. This idea is captured perfectly by a quote from the source material. The end result is an AI assembly line. Each component is like a station on that line, making sure the final product gets built reliably, every single time. So, what is the big takeaway from all this? The future of building with AI isn't about creating one super genius chatbot. It's about orchestrating a team of specialists, each one equipped with the right tools, the right knowledge, and the right automated processes so they can all work together effectively. It's really about you becoming the foreman of your very own AI construction crew. And that kind of leaves us with a final thought. Now that you know how all these pieces fit together, the workers, the tools, the blueprints, the supervisors, what would you build? If you could assemble your own specialized AI team right this second, what is the very first problem you would have them solve? Think about that. Thanks for tuning in.